what's up, legends? My name is Stefan Kunz, and I'm excited to be here with you for this Come Draw With Me live stream. This one is actually really special to me because it's a challenge. It's the very first challenge that I'm doing on a live stream, and it's going to be the speed drawing challenge. And it's one where we're doing the same drawing in 1 minute, 1 minute over here, in 10 minutes, and 1 hour. So I already tried this on Instagram Live just to make sure that it works, that I can do it. And I definitely know that I can do better than this right here. And I'm excited to try this out with you guys. So if you're new here, grab a pen, grab a pencil, grab some paper, or whatever you have at your disposal to draw. You can draw it on the iPad, you can draw on a Microsoft Surface, tablet, whatever you feel like drawing on. And I cannot wait to see what you do and what you create. And you can tag me in on Instagram and on your stories. Also using the hashtag draw with Stefan. That's the hashtag that I use, and I keep forgetting about it, but I always check it out, and I love to see what you guys are creating. I want to say a big thank you to my top tier patrons here. Over here we got Christian, who is giving $25 a month. We got Sana, we got Martin Mode, and Jonathan Jenkins, all of those top 5 members. And I wanted to give a shout out. If you want to step into those members or into that segment, then you know what you can do. But you can already start at just $1 single. That is how you can actually support the stream. And also want to say just thank you for everyone who's doing that. And also a huge thank you to everyone who is joining in here live. I see so many regular faces like Lindo, Jonathan, I see Supernova as well, and I can see all these beautiful faces in here from everywhere. Let me know in the live chat where you're joining in from, if you're doing this challenge or not, if you are ready to go, and can't wait to see what you are doing. So again, the challenge is very simple. I'm gonna use a clock to count me down. I'm gonna have you guys to also check on me, making sure that I keep on the time and that I do not go over it. I'm a very fast drawer. I usually tend to draw faster than I should. I'm very impatient. That's pretty much the problem why I do this. But I also love the challenge. I love challenges because having a deadline actually helps you to move faster. One of the YouTube videos that you can actually check out is my chalk lettering challenge that I did, the 30-minute chalk lettering wall that I did. I tried to do the impossible for me, which was usually 4 hours compressed into 30 minutes, and trying to come up with not just the design, but also find the right quote, come up with the design, and then lettering it on a chalk wall, finishing it off. And I did that in only 30 minutes, which you can actually check out on YouTube as well, in somewhere on my channel. And I also want to say, one of the things that I talk about usually in my talks when I do events and so on, and since we don't get to do events right now, I'm gonna talk to you about this. I usually say, create something today, even if it sucks. And I also like to kind of adjust kind of the quotes, because one of the things that is holding us back from creating is excuses. Excuses are one of the brakes on our creativity that is always holding on. If you use an excuse today to not create, if you're saying like, you know what, I don't feel like I can end up with something good that I can share on social media. I don't feel like it's good enough, or I don't feel I'm talented enough, or I don't have the necessary tools, like I need an iPad to draw. Then these are all brakes on your creativity. And to step away from that, one of them is time. Time is an essential part of creativity. And so we often say we do not have enough time to create anything today. And I want to challenge you with that, because this is the challenge that will challenge you in this and remind you of it, because you can create something in 1 minute, you can create something in 10 minutes, you can create something in an hour. They're all going to be different. But the more you actually repeat those processes, those times, those will actually make you better. So if you every day, if you practice a 5-minute drawing, your 5-minute drawing is going to be so much better after 30 days than if you do it today. One of the also challenge that I see, like some people are, for example, songwriters. They love to write songs, they love to write music, and one of them will probably tell me like it's pretty much impossible to write a song in 1 day. But I would challenge that perception and believe that you can do that if you believe you can, and if you just try it. There's no failing if you try, and even if it doesn't it doesn't happen to be the way you want it to be, then you've learned something new and the challenge will make you better. So this is why I'm doing this challenge. This is why I'm a big fan of challenges and a huge fan of challenges, and I believe that this will actually make us better. So thank you again, guys, for joining in from Basel, Pakistan, Netherlands, Italy, France, Iowa, Guatemala, Louisville, Kentucky. Is it Kentucky? I think KY is Kentucky. Philippines, all over, guys. So much awesome stuff going on. And Jonathan Jenkins also asking about the secret project. If you haven't heard about the secret project is something we started about a couple of months ago, and unfortunately we had to kind of put a break on it, or just it's not moving as fast as we want. We're still working on it, but it's just taking longer than we anticipated, and so the whole thing kind of fell apart. But we just sent out an email just recently. All right, enough of me talking. Let's get started with the very first one. So here it is. We're going top-down view. I'm just gonna zoom in a tiny little bit, try to put a clock on the side here. We're going to use the phone here, and I'm just gonna hide the password. Not that you would care or anything. So we got 1 minute, and before I get started with this challenge, I'm just gonna explain how I want to approach the very first minute. So with the very first minute, I'm gonna use a pencil. This is just to sketch out a rough outline, just so I can actually make it better. Usually gonna start out with guidelines, and then trying to use here a brush pen, and I'm gonna use red because just black would be kind of boring. And I'm gonna draw out again the guidelines with the pencil, maybe some strokes, and then use the brush pen to kind of already fill out without having to fill out everything at the end, because that was probably going to take the most time if I do that. So this is how I approach the first minute challenge. So let's do this here. I'm gonna write out 1 minute at the top of the page, and I'm already nervous. I don't know about you guys. Hope that you guys are ready. Get your pen and paper right. You can do it just with a pencil. You don't need to have a brush pen. I just believe that we can do so much more, get much more out of it if we're using the Stabilo, or, well, it doesn't need to be Stabilo, but this pen here is actually really good. You can use Tombow, whatever you need. It's gonna work out fine. All right, guys, we're gonna be ready and in. Oh, maybe I should also say which quote I'm gonna draw. So I've chosen the quote "United by the Arts," which is the quote that I'm going to draw out a couple of times, and this is actually initiated by the good folks at Good Type, who are actually launching this project, United by the Arts, where they have actually combined different artists together and putting it together. So United by the Arts, this is the quote that I'm going to use. I'm going to do a very simple composition here for the very first piece, and I'm excited. I'm nervous. I don't know about you guys. I'm nervous. All right. Take a deep breath in. Loosen that grip. Make sure that you are ready. Again, deep breath in, and in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I'm already starting too small. I don't have time to actually use the eraser, but I'm just gonna do it anyway here. United, trying to keep by the arts. You know, you don't have actually that much time to write out anything, so I'm trying here my best to match something there. Kind of combine these, and I only got 30 seconds left. This is already half of the time is up. So here, trying to do my best and to try to keep those distances pretty accurate, and I'm already a little bit disappointed with how it's turning out, but hey, we do not have time to think. Only 12 seconds left, 10 seconds. I gotta be a lot faster than this. Ooh, 1 minute is extremely close, and here we got 1 second, boom, done. Whew. Okay, this is disappointing. I'm disappointed. 1 minute is very fast. It is extremely fast. I cannot believe it went by so fast. What I've just learned from this experience now is that you do not have time to, one, pick up an eraser. That one I have to leave out. Two, sketching, forget it. Not in 1 minute, maybe in 2 minutes, yes, but not in 1 minute, not especially, like if you have just one word, maybe, but not if you have united by the arts. And you can see the very first one actually is decent. I probably would have added a couple of other pieces in here too, but then the second word, the last word here, arts, is totally messed up, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I know I could do better, and I should do better. So we're gonna do this again, but not the 1 minute. We're gonna do this again in 10 minutes. So let's move along. It's okay. The very first attempt doesn't have to be perfect. And usually I've seen this challenge been done by other cartoon artists or comic artists, and they usually went the other way around. So they went from 60 minutes to 10 minutes to 1 minute. We're doing the other way around because we're just trying to step up our game every single time. So let's do this. 10 minutes. Write that on top of the page over here. And I believe that 10 minutes is plenty of time to get something really nice out of it. Let's see. Can we get the timer back up here? 10 minutes. All right. 10 minutes is on the clock. So with this attempt here, I'm just gonna go more for composition. I'm gonna stay really simple with pencil and paper. I'm not gonna actually use color because we should have enough time to fill it all out. That's totally fine. And cannot wait to try this out. You guys probably are already sweating. I can see those comments going in. Really excited so that you guys are trying it out, and this is the goal. Try it. Do not be afraid of messing up. And do not think about it too much. In 1 minute, you do not have enough time to try and take it up. So without further ado, let's try out 10 minutes on the dot. Let's breathe in. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So I'm gonna try to keep a circle here nice in the shape. I already have the sketch pretty much prepared. This is what I could have done for the 1 minute as well, to have a better sketch prepared, but which I didn't. Here is where the arts will come in. So this is a different design than the very first one that I did. Now I need to make sure that all those letters will fit inside here, and so this is pretty much half of it. Since this is an I, it should be a little bit shorter, like that. Perfect. Okay, this already looks nice. And then we're going to do the same with the bottom part that only has 4 letters. And then we're going to draw out the first letter here. So again, 9 minutes, already 1 minute up. You see how fast 1 minute is going by. This is absolutely incredible. I've never thought that time could go by so fast. And it feels like time is slowing down right now with the coronavirus, but if you think about it, doing this challenge actually makes you appreciate every single minute that goes by and that you have time to try out something new. So here, just drawing out these letters inside those boxes and kind of imagining the letter grid builder inside here. And then I'll have a little something up here. So here, this is where my banner will get in, and this is where my banner will get out. So maybe I'm even gonna do those banners a little bit thicker. So let's see, 8 minutes. Time is flying, absolutely nuts. So I feel like in the last 3 minutes, I definitely need to fill out all the pieces, but I feel like it's going really, really well. Not too much in a hurry right now, but actually feeling the pressure. And the pressure, guys, it depends on the personality type that you are. I love pressure. I need pressure to actually make more, to be creative. And some others absolutely hate it. And that really depends on your style and your preference, and so don't get alarmed about it. So United. So we're going to add the by here, pretty more center. Just gonna by the. All right, long letters like this. And then we're also going to add a banner that will come out here on the top. And it kind of give that round shape a whole fill. And the same thing here, so it will come out from the bottom, kind of like this, and then just revolve around. So now it's time to do the outlines really well. I do not know why I'm switching the pens. Just wanted to give it thicker strokes. Guys, I have no clue how much time we have left. 6 minutes and 21 seconds. So not half time yet, but doing the outlines is actually takes so much more time than you would think it does. So this is pretty much the 3D style, kind of like it's not really twisted letters. It's a different style. And what I'm going to do in a second is to then trying to get all these letters here to go into the center of the piece. So kind of like adding a dot here and then just trying to combine, making sure that kind of like will move in here. And so just gonna color these in here. And you can see already I'm not having too much time to color this in perfectly. So here we're going in the same way. And then also finalizing these lines here of the ribbon. And guys, doesn't matter how fast you're doing it, really how far you come. The goal is to try it out, to see what pace you can work on, and then just push those limits. It might be further than you thought it would be. I'm sure you will get further than you actually thought you would be able to get. Kind of the center of all right, what time? 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. This is looking really good. I feel like I do have a lot more time on this one than I thought we would have. All right, so now we can just kind of improve here these letters and even try to see if we can get some good 3D effect out of it by just dropping some shadows. So I'm a lot more happy with this one here. I'm just gonna add some shadows as well over here. And then, I don't know, maybe some crazy lines. Stars to just fill out those pieces. So how much time do we still have? 1 minute and 28 seconds. Now the almost last minute has begun. And we can't, what can we do? We can just perfect those. Like, there's only so much you can make better on a sketch that is rough. But yeah, maybe, I don't know, some sparks out here. The goal is also not to just stop whenever you think you're done, but just keep on going. Like, if you have that time limit, use that time. Try to make the most out of it and try to see where can you add some elements if you happen to be too fast. And then sometimes it will just not be enough. All right, the timer should go off in 14, 13. Whoa, these are the last seconds, but I'm really excited. You know, see, we could have added some shadows in here, but now I just will have to let go of that pencil. There we go, and we're done. Boom. This is here, number 2, 10 minutes in the countdown. I pretty much like this. There's definitely a lot of things that you could do better here in these areas. So if we go back down here, I kind of want the whole lettering piece here to be a little bit more rounded, to kind of feel like it's kind of bent inwards. So this could be addressed in the next part. There's a lot of, you could play around with the letter styles, kind of the inside of the letters, maybe even the outside, like doing some kind of stippling. We have an hour in the next part. We can do so much more in 1 hour. Cannot wait to try this out and see how we can do this. So let's see that. All right, guys, can we also get some more likes on the video? You guys can help me out to get the likes over to 100 and see if you like this one. Put a thumbs up. If you feel like I can do better, put a thumbs up. If you feel like this 10-minute was actually harder than the 1 minute alone, then give me a comment. Let me know which one you already find best. I threw the other one on the ground. I'll let that go. So yeah, again, thank you so much for every single like and for supporting this channel and seeing how you guys are doing. See that you guys are doing this really nice. Hope to see you on the next live. Thank you, Gabriella. Thank you for joining. I'm excited about the 1 hour. So yeah, this is what we're going to do next. And I'm gonna jump on the iPad for that one. The reason why is because I always want to use my pieces in the next elements, so kind of like be able to print it out and send it over and stuff like that. And since I'm going to do a collaboration with Jason Naylor, I want to have this ready for him to use to really be able to do that. So from this here, this is great for if you get there. The next live element or the next element is to really play up with those grids to make sure that those elements are really nice and tight and that it works really, really well. I think 15 minutes should be better. Absolutely. Maybe the next time we do something, it's going to be 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's going to be 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and then maybe an hour or more. But definitely challenge yourself. It's always good. Okay, Smita, thank you so much for subscribing. Yes, if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe if you can as well, turn on the post notification bell, to always be sure that you don't miss any other live stream that's coming up. So let's get the paper out of the way. I'm gonna keep the sketch from the very first one, for the second one actually, and we're gonna jump over to the iPad like this, and gonna unlock it with my face. Where's my face? There's the camera. All right, so we got a clock on here too. I'm gonna use this one as well. I don't know if this will appear somewhere. 1 hour, and I'm gonna add the hour on here as well. So 0 and 1, and we got it all ready. Okay, I'm just gonna prepare the iPad, making sure that everything is in order, and let's check that out. Put a new one, insta-long, like that, and then we're just gonna rotate the screen here, and can't wait to see that. Let's see if we can also have a different, maybe I can add a timer actually on the screen. I actually played around with this just before. So here, output timer, there we go. Countdown, we'll do here 60 minutes and close there. So actually, I'm not gonna use the phone. I'm gonna keep that on the screen here, and it should work if I start. So guys, okay. Take a deep breath in. Wow, Stephanie, thank you so much. $4 from Stephanie to support the stream as well. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you guys so much. That really means a lot. Gets me a cup of coffee that I have somewhere over back there. All right, 1 hour. We can do this. Again, timing is everything. It's always about planning. If you're a cook, you know this, that you want to be sure that everything is prepared, that you got everything ready. So we're going to start out with the step number 1 is to create the sketch, the draft. Then I'm gonna start using the grid builder to just place the right grids, use the letter builder to draw those perfect letters. And then we're gonna move on to using the right brushes to just start creating. And we're going to draw all these elements. And I'm gonna do this also with a pencil. So it's gonna look like that, but also with a white pencil, because I just love the style of the white to be used in that area. So I'm excited to do that. And thank you, Gara, for the counting up the likes. 100 likes already. Wow, this is amazing. All right, guys, let's get started with the next part, the 1 hour. And I got the countdown ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you see the countdown clock on the top right below my name. So here, very first, I'm gonna actually take the background, turn that to black. I'm gonna clear this one out. I'm gonna go back to white and try out and see if I can use something here. Pencil sketch, perfect. So again, trying to create something round, and I'm gonna try to really capture that round circle, perfect circle with the touch of a button here. And then I'm gonna add already my first letter builder, grid builder actually, here, and I'm gonna use the arc that I'm just gonna transform a tiny little bit here, scale it up, boom, and then like that, and then kind of squish it together. So now I'm not sure if this is perfectly in line with each other, but it looks not too bad. Okay, so here we can scale it up a tiny little bit. I'm just gonna add a grid in the background just to make sure that everything is correct. So you can do this with a canvas drawing guide, and then you can see if everything seems to be okay. And it looks not too bad. I'm just gonna be very certain by actually just erasing this part and then duplicating, flip it around, not this way, in this perfect way here, and then merge these down. And this is only necessary because I'm doing it in a different style here, and I'm gonna flip this one on its head like that. Perfect. And so now I can add in the letters. I definitely have the sketch already in my head, so this is why it's pretty easy that way. And I'm gonna use now some letter builders. So I got United, which means I have 6 letters. So 6 times the letter builder. So we go into the letter builder over here, and this is too big. I probably got way too many here. Okay. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be enough. And we're gonna split in this one here because it's an eye and we don't need all of them. So just putting these together. And now you see why I'm gonna use the grid builder as well in this, is because I'm gonna place that in the middle like that. Whoa, this is a little bit long. Here we go. Okay, some small adjustments. I'm just gonna, I don't know why this is happening, but it is. Okay, so here, there must be something back here. Now I can do the warp function, and this is where it's getting a little bit tricky, advanced mesh. And so here I can actually start to tweak it around. And that takes a little bit of getting used to, but as soon as you do, it is extremely fun. And you can get out so much from doing that. And so what you want to make sure that happens here is that your lines are aligned with the whole builder, kind of like that. It follows those lines in here as well, so that there's less distortion. There we go. I feel like we're pretty close. And the rest I can do with the face. Okay, so now we've put together here the very first top words, and now I can do the same thing at the bottom with arts, and then I'll get a new layer, 4 letters. So 4 letters here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, that's okay. I'm gonna keep those really close together, and I'm gonna erase 1 like that. And I'm gonna just adjust the size here to match it pretty closely to the rest, and then warp, advanced mesh. That allows me just to move these in. So here again, use those guidelines there to guide your strokes and to keep it a little bit consistent. All right, what time do we have? We've got plenty of time. This is beautiful. I don't even have to stress now. So I can start off with just writing out the outlines for United over here. I'm gonna put a new layer. I'm gonna hide a little bit the top layer here, and this one as well. And then just use my Stefan Kunz brush, the pencil brush. And I should be in the new layer. This one should be fully seen. Yes, it is. Reduce the size. like this. And I'm gonna play around a little bit with the shape and size of the letter as well. Like, the letter builder really just helps me to follow the lines really well and to have all the right lines, guidelines to guide my strokes and my paths here. And I can still be very free in how I draw my letters. And you'll see how fast that will go. I actually don't even need the time to draw it that fast, but this is what the letter builder is all about, to really help you guys draw really fast. And if you want to, you can get the letter builder and grid builder on the shop online. It's a tool at your disposal that we've created for artists that want to get better, to draw faster, get really nice, consistent results. And you can see already this is absolutely helping me doing this faster. See, I can just lower the crossbar if I want to, but still these lines will help me to guide my stroke, my path here. Whoops. So now I'm just gonna hide the circle shape here in the background a little bit better. And you can see the D shape here at the end. That actually needs to be followed more precisely on my end, because that distortion on the D is pretty significant. All right, so we got United ready, and I'm gonna start with the arts. So again here, I just want to drop down the crossbar a little bit lower. And I know that a lot of people like to get confused here with the R, but here basically you keep on just prolonging that line that connects and get it together. All right, checking in. How are you guys doing? I don't have anything. Well, pen and paper, even cardboard is totally doable to create anything. Even just grab something out of the trash, or try to draw on the phone with a note app or anything that is free. You can just use whatever you have at your disposal. Whoa, that S is distorted. But I feel like this is part of the drawing here. Maybe I can even distort it a little bit more. All right, so now the next part is actually duplicating this and then freeform, not moving it out too far, but scaling it down, maybe not as much. And then bringing in these two pieces closer together like that. And so I'm just gonna hide that a little bit so we can create a new layer. Yes, perfect. So here I'm doing the 3D part, again, kind of connecting all the corners to each corresponding corner. Just like that. All right, this is a tiny little bit harder. So this is actually going through here. Whoa, is that actually true? Yeah, it would have been. So here, need to connect that there. And then we're doing the same thing for the arts. It does, well, it gives you a weird kind of 3D actually. Huh. That is odd. That is odd. Let's see if I can move the countdown just a tiny little bit here. Place it a little bit better for everyone to see. 43 minutes left. We can totally do this. Never giving up. No reason to. All right. So this is United Arts. Now we gotta add the banner styles in here and just make sure that everything sits in really well. Let's reduce the opacity here so I can really focus on adding the rest. I can now hide here the grid builder and letter builder, and I can actually combine these into a folder group here. And now I can start drawing in the banners. So I want the very first one to go on top. And let's see if I can take that here. And then start duplicating this here. These are some things that are just so much easier and help you save time on the iPad. And I can flip this around. Kind of like this. And bring these together, maybe even a tiny little bit more. Just like that. And then let's merge all of these. Let's try to center them. Gonna bring them to the middle here. And now what I want to do is, again, see, can I actually make this here a little bit more round? Well, actually just so what I will probably do here is take the whole piece, slide it over, and do the same thing here with the lower part. Like that. And then now I can so this would probably go up here, and kind of want to keep that same angle and thickness as well. So I'm just gonna draw that down here, flip it back up. Again, that angle here too. And then we're just have this rotate here. And now I can duplicate this part, copy and paste, and then flip it back around and drag it down to the bottom part here. Like that. All right, looking good, looking good. This is looking really good. Now just a little cleanup to do. 37 minutes. Time is on our side. May not feel like it, but it is. And there's just so much we can do in this time that we have left. So we're gonna make the most out of it. Really use every single minute that we can and create something absolutely beautiful. All right, now let's get started with like filling it out. I'm gonna start here. Actually increase the brush size just because I am worried about time. And I'd rather be done earlier and be able to play around with more than just filling it out, because this usually takes most of the time. Now it would be a lot easier to just use the fill tool to fill it out, but I promise you this, sometimes you just want to have that texture of those pencil strokes and kind of have like these lines of pencils, because that just will make the massive difference between having something that is cool and something that is really nice. All right, how are you guys doing? I'm just gonna take a quick break here to drink something. All right, so now I'm gonna use the backdrop here. I'm gonna color these in as well. But what I will do differently here is I'll actually fade it out. And this is why I'm drawing this in a separate layer, because now I have more control over this. I can control that a lot easier. Kind of like that. But I still want to have that texture of those strokes. So I'm trying to incorporate that in. And since it will get into the background here, I'm already preparing this like that. All right, we're almost at the half-hour mark, which means you guys are doing a fantastic job here. And we have been creating for now 41 minutes, if you can believe that. All right, the banners are almost done. I feel like I have spent so much time on these already. But considering that we've already done the lettering part, that we're almost done there. And I just realized that I forgot the lower part of the arts, which we can always do now, but see all these parts in here? Totally forgot about them. Okay, so this is done. I'm just gonna hide that, take these in a group, hide them, and then I'm gonna take, what happens if I just do that? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna hide that group, and I'm gonna start filling in the letters. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna pick up the letters. Where's the rest? Here we go. Kind of the same principle, just trying to, everything that is dark back here. Just realizing that all of this part here is not necessary. Also, don't forget to tag me in your posts what you're creating right now. I'm excited to see how you guys are mastering this challenge, how your pieces are looking in the end, and I can't wait to see that on Instagram. See what you guys have posted, what you guys have created in this Come Draw With Me session. You can use the hashtag Stefan Kunz or Draw With Stefan, and you'll find that there. And you can see everyone else's pictures as well, which is also very fun. Okay, so now this is almost done here. Okay, now the same thing at the other side. All right, let's blend in back here these just to see what we have. Now I need to mask here some elements there using black. Don't forget to also leave a like if you are enjoying this stream, and also a comment. Anything is always helpful, and I appreciate it a lot for your support. And if you like this video so much, why don't you share it with some friends? Do this challenge with someone else you know, invite them. If you like this challenge as well, just trying something new, making something happen here. That is the goal, and I'll do the same here with that. Why is it hidden? Oh, okay. So here we're already doing a lot of detailed work, especially here, those lines. Oh. This also should have been fixed. And now let's jump back into the coloring part here. So we got this to fill in. This whole side needs some color. So now I actually hit the wrong part before by deleting that layer, which I shouldn't have done, but I did. And now I kind of could need it back, but we don't have it. So let's be creative by just adding some lines in here. So this is straight, this should also be straight. That whole D is also missing here. And some parts of the D. Okay, so let's take off these guidelines and let's hide also the circle in the background. Well, actually, I kind of want that circle still in here because I have some ideas. So here, how much time do we have left? We have 18 minutes left. Nice. This is going good. So I am going to draw here doing some stippling. I'm just gonna go a little bit out of the circle. And same here. And the really key thing about stippling is to stay close in the areas where it counts, but also just to leave enough space where you need it. Can't believe that I'm using stippling in a drawing challenge. that is to me a little bit insane, because usually you would not get into stippling whenever you're doing a challenge, because it just takes so much time. It's so time consuming. But we're working fast. We're trying new techniques, improving our game, and this is what we get. We learn new things, we get better, and we improve step by step, trying out new things, challenging ourselves, and getting better. By the way, the next Come Draw With Me session will be on Friday, same time, same place, on YouTube. And I'll probably be able to provide the invite very soon. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do on Friday. But it's going to be awesome. We're going to have some good time. Maybe doing another 16 types of one letter, maybe filling out a whole page. Also, just was checking in today if we should be doing a, how do I call these sessions? Going back through history, like typography, lettering history, and looking at different styles, like eras, and like the 1970s, 50s, like hippie disco, like the 80s was kind of like the chrome, and chrome disco was more the 80s and with the chrome. So yeah, definitely trying to figure out what we should do there. Yeah, stippling with 2 P's. All right, look at that. That is amazing. Can't believe we're doing so much in so little time. Now I still have to write in a couple of words. I'm just gonna make that look a little bit more explosive. Like that. That is pretty dope. Okay, let's try to write in the few words united by, and kind of like when I do write inside ribbons, I always try to imagine a invisible line here. So that it's not all the way to the other side. All right, so we got 11 minutes left, and let's try to make the best use of that time. We still can do more. There's always something you can add on that you haven't done before. Maybe it's just trying to improve some parts here. So now we can hide the circle in the background, that, and then maybe add a tiny little bit more stippling here in between. Here I'm just gonna add some pieces that are flying out. Kind of like that. And then here we'll probably even be able to add the name of like the two artists that will be working on this piece. So we got Jason and Stefan working on this piece together. So Jason will probably add in a lot of colors in the next part. So it's not actually done yet, but it's gonna be done by Jason. And I cannot wait to see what he's doing. When he gets that. So you'll see that on Instagram as well. Okay, 7 minutes till we should be done. Just some minor things that I need to address. But everything else looks pretty alright to me. Now I can just add another layer inside of those letters here. Kind of add like a glow. Okay, 5 minutes left. Time flies, guys. That is incredible. I'm just gonna do the reverse here at the bottom. Funny thing is, I probably would have already stopped by now, but since the challenge is going on, I want to make the best use out of the time and just create as much as I possibly can and just really try out new things because it's in the time frame that I've given myself. And so it's really helpful to do that. Oh, here the eye is totally missing out. Two minutes, 30 seconds. Can't wait to see how this is going to end. Let's add some stars here, some sparkles. Don't forget to add a signature as well. Let's add some stippling down here. 26 seconds. This is good. Okay. Just gonna look over, see if there's anything that I might have missed that I feel like I should have added. But I am pretty confident that this is good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Absolutely amazing. Let's look at that again over the time-lapse function in here. So video, time-lapse replay. Let's look at that. We started out with a circle and we created first the grid builder. See, we added the grids, we transformed them, we duplicated it, we added the letter builder inside. We drew the outlines of those two words, arts, united arts, and we created a three-dimensional piece. We added the ribbons, we kind of transformed it along the way, and we made sure that it was really symmetrical. So you see here the angles of symmetry, it's nicely cut, and it kind of keeps the same angles of those pieces here as well. Really good. We colored these in, we added the backdrop in a new layer, so we made sure that you can see everything. Then we did the same thing with the letters, with the extrusion of the letters, and added the white. We kind of worked out all the rest, and then started to add the stippling. See, this is where it takes a lot of time, and we kind of like went through it. Yes, we made along. This is probably what took almost the longest time, and then finished here, added some gloss into those letters, finished up the stippling, kind of perfected that, and done. That is 1 hour challenge, pretty much done. Here we have the 10-minute version, and let me grab the 1-minute version. Boom. So again, 1 minute, definitely too short. I'm probably gonna take it up to 5 minutes or something for the next round. But it's still very good practice to see how fast you can go with just 1 minute. I just want to try this one more time. Let's try the 1 minute challenge again and just see if I can do the 1 minute challenge with this style here. So I just want to see how fast I can go in 1 minute. So first, let me grab a brand new piece of paper. So if you want to leave, feel free to leave whatever you want. But I just, I'm very competitive in that area, that I want to really nail something. So again, 1 minute. And we're gonna end with this one here. Boom. I'm gonna pick up my phone here, and I'm gonna get the counter clock here, 1 minute on the clock. And we're gonna put that on the other side. A little bit stupid because I don't see that really well. And I'm gonna try to do the same design. So kind of like I already had the sketch. I just want to see how fast I can get there in 1 minute, and see, even maybe with the practice, this probably will be very different. But let's try this out. 1 minute on the clock. Are you guys ready? Are you guys trying this with me again? Let's see if you guys can follow along. Get your pen and paper ready. I'm really excited to see where this will lead us. If it's gonna lead us somewhere, maybe, maybe not, who knows? Okay, are we ready? Whew. Just stretching a tiny little bit, getting ready, getting those hands ready. That 1 minute is going to go fast. I can feel it, I can really feel it. So again, how did I start? Circle, shape, trying to draw the outlines, the inlines. And I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. I don't know about you guys, but I'm nervous. So let's get this going. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds gone. Ooh, this pen is not working well for me. And then we have here, this is pretty much just a sketch here that I'm drawing. Wrong pencil. 30 seconds gone. Ooh, gosh, this is going too fast. Again, I'm messing up the last word here. 20 seconds are on the clock. This is really just too short. And then we have here yeah, this is too short of time, but hey. No! 1 minute. Oh god. This is so close. Ah. That is frustrating. But hey, absolutely it works. 1 minute is probably too short. We're gonna step it up for the next time. I love this challenge. I really do. And again, just to show you what 8 minutes difference can do to your art. It looks actually pretty incredibly different. And then finally, let's look at the last piece again. Where is the iPad? Here. Boom, 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 boom. United by the arts. 1 hour, 10 minutes. And can I do a all zoom out here? Boom. Okay, so here we go. I got a mess on my desk. This is not actually very useful here. Boom. Microphone, everything. 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Look at that difference. Look at the details in here. We got time for stippling. We got time for all kind of craziness. I had more time than I needed probably. And yeah, just absolutely crazy. Okay, so guys, I'm really excited about this challenge. I hope I get to see what you guys did because I cannot wait to really see all you guys' creations, all how you guys mastered that challenge, and probably do it with 2 minutes, do it with 3 minutes, do it with many minutes you want. But the important thing is really set a deadline, set a time, and then draw, and then create as much as you can. Also, again, want to thank you so much for the Patreons for sponsoring this again here. We already surpassed 100 Patreons, so the group here, the community on Patreon is growing. We're going to start doing some coaching sessions very soon, so I'm going to do one-on-one coaching sessions that I'm going to stream with all the community live. So everyone on Patreon will get to access those videos, those streams, and can actually watch the whole thing together. And I'm going to be coaching one-on-one people on there, so you guys can watch there and really enjoy this. Also, thank you so much for watching, for spending your afternoon with me, or morning or evening, whatever time it is. If you're rewatching this, again, thank you so much. I appreciate you leaving a like button if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this challenge. Also, please leave a comment in the comment section to just say like, what's up, what kind of challenge you want to see next. If you want me to change the times, what time would be better fit for you guys. Also, I'm excited for the next stream on Friday. It's going to be on Friday, this Friday coming, so in 2 days, same time, same place. We're going to have a fun time. Let me know what you want me to do in the stream so I can know and I can prepare for that, and I cannot wait to see you there. So, guys, awesome time with you guys. See you guys very, very soon, and have a great evening. Don't forget to create something today if you haven't already. Bye.
This is the time.